So I've been doing a bit. Every time I come on stage, that chair's turn around, and I'm like, oh, it's Jared's been here. They go, yeah, and then I go, oh God. And then I'm like,
I just walk over.
I know you do. Same. Yeah, totally. I just walk over it.
Are you?
But then they said that once you get up here, you do this kind of thing.
Sometimes, yeah.
And then you ever do like this? They said you do this.
I'd rather not.
They said literally they made me do this, and then bring that one up.
This isn't as comfortable. I'll do this. I think more of this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of cozy, right?
It's kind of cozy. Kind of cutting off the blood supply. In a cozy way.
About halfway through the panel, I'm not gonna lie, my hamstrings and butt cheeks go numb, and I can just fart and not worry.
I bet Jensen worries about it.
Yeah, well, that's why I do it. Buonasera.
Buonasera.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Sorry I was a little late. I was on the phone with a friend. Not a friend. I was on the phone with someone who's on her way to come.
What? No way.
What's that supposed to be?
I'm super excited.
Why?
I like her as a friend.
We killed you once, Chuck. We can do it again.
I'm not dead. That's right. I'm not dead.
Very, very nice.
Very much alive. I'm just not God anymore. Look, it's no secret that I've had a crush on Genevieve for many years now. She's great, and I never get to see her.
It's true. To know Genevieve was to have a crush on her.
Yeah, totally.
And I just farted, and there's a fan this way, so let's talk about your crush on Genevieve again.
I'm sorry. And you know, we just got to in our rewatch, after night, we just got to the point that she's in the show.
When are y'all gonna have she and me on the show?
As if we are not trying. It's like if you just return a phone call.
I blocked your number, it doesn't show up. We ought to be blessed him and say, have Jared and Jen.
Oh my God, we're trying to get you all on. It's just, your schedules are so crazy.
Not for the next little while.
All right. You heard it here, folks.
You did. Shall we?
Here.
Thank you.
No, we talk about it all the time because we're like, boy, get a room, you two, on the show.
We did. If you like it, then you better put a ring on it. What'd you say? Make babies?
I thought she said take notes. Like
Okay, take notes. Got it. Me or him?
Me, like I could learn a thing or two. I don't know, what does that mean? Like I need to put a ring on it with Ruth? Somewhere in America, Ruth just went, oh, oh.
I'm feeling magically delicious.
That's his imitation of Ruth. This is with an Irish accent. They're magically delicious.
They're magically delicious.
Yeah, he used to do that on set all the time.
Yeah. By the way, I think he and I have something in common, though different. I'll just say it's in common. Is that I and everybody have a crush on Ruth. So. Adore her and never have two more awesome human beings been in a relationship together. So.
Oh, thanks. I have to say, we're very happy. We're very happy.
Okay, before any more impressions, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's
There's
do it.
more impressions to come, but yeah, we can get somebody on a microphone and a light so we know who
Let
has
there be
it.
light. Did someone in line complain about blinding lights? Because they should fucking sit up here and look at police lights. I feel like I'm getting chased by a helicopter.
I know.
They smell fear. Hi. Let's go ahead.
No, we're good. Okay.
Sure.
Oh, blinding light. Yeah.
No, sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. She doesn't mind.
You.
She's not paying attention.
Hello, I'm sorry, but my question is not supernatural related, but I'm a dog photographer and love the different characteristics of different dog breeds. So if you have to describe yourself as a dog breed, which one would it be and why?
Ooh.
You're definitely, I can see you as a dog easily.
Hell yeah.
What do you think you'd be?
I'm full dog.
A Great Dane?
I've heard golden retriever, and I get that, and a lot of me is golden retriever, but my German Shepherd is 99.99% golden retriever, but there's like 0.001% that's like, I'll fucking kill you, you mess with me. So I think it's kind of that.
A little bit of dopamine.
Yeah, and I also, nothing against Goldens. I think I'm more intelligent than a Golden Retriever. I'm a bit more thoughtful, a bit more pensive. And my German, we had a big snowstorm during season 1 of Walker, and we ended up having to have, getting to have some of the cast and their pets come stay with us because we had power still for whatever reason, like some parts were not on the grid. And Kale, who plays my son, he and his family, so the 5 colleagues, and their 2 dogs came to stay with us. And one of their dogs, Rascal, rest in peace, he's since passed, unrelated. He was, everybody's out of sorts. There's snow on the ground, we're all dogs are in a new house with 3 other dogs and other people, different smells. And I think Rascal was a little just out of sorts, so he kept on like yipping, like, you know, he was kind of like, he would nip at the dogs, and he'd nip at Coda, my German Shepherd, and Coda would be like, you're annoying, like, I don't want to play with you. Then he nipped at my Golden, and my Golden actually bit him in the ear and tore his ear open. And so they ended up like nicknaming him Notch. He was already like 10 years old or whatever. But the funny thing is, that's kind of the reaction I have with like, man, like, I just want to play. Like, my German Shepherd, ironically, is what I'm saying, is the one who was like, I want to play. Oh, you're mean. Rascal was not mean. He was just, you know, uncomfortable in that situation.
When you were younger, you were definitely the puppy version of whatever it is, the dog, the huge dog who doesn't quite know that he can hurt you, you know what I mean? Yeah. I remember one of my biggest mistakes in life was, it was like 3 in the morning, we came out of a bar, and this father's under bride Rob is a dum-dum. I said, show me, how do you do like the kicks and put your hip into it? Do you like this? And he just fucking kicked me. I fell into a trash can. Immediately going to stroke, 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 stroke. Like just getting a stroke, 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 stroke. It's me, it's Rob, you like me, it's us.
Friend, peace, white flag. Yeah, there's certainly a part of me that doesn't. Jen tells me that often. She's like, you don't realize how strong you are. Yeah. I'm like, oh, sorry?
Right? Yeah.
I was a really late bloomer, you know?
Yeah.
So,
you're a little guy trapped in a really big guy's body.
Kind of, yeah. I'm like a couch lap dog that's 200 pounds.
I think I'd be like an Aussie. Because they're very loyal, but also kind of codependent. Where are you going? You know, I had an Aussie, and it was a lot. I loved her so much, but it was a lot. It was a big, because they really are. They're smart, and they're
super smart,
loyal.
I like that.
They sometimes can be mean if they get in a bad mood, but mostly they're just like, it's all about you. What are we doing?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah. And it's my FOMO, you know, my fear of missing out.
Yeah, he's got some FOMO.
It's strong. It's very strong.
It's strong. I get it. I have some too.
Yeah, and so
I like that. Yeah, I like that. We're both shepherds.
Yeah.
Hello. What dog are you? Irish Red Setter. Where are you from?
I'm from Germany.
German Red Setter.
I would also say Australian Shepherd because I'm, or Golden Retriever because I'm Kati. And I'm a family person, so yeah, Australian Shepherd and Golden Retriever are family dogs, and they love their family and aren't so much independent. So yeah, I think maybe Golden Retriever or Australian Shepherd.
I like it. I felt like for a second it was like a dating game. She's like, I like people, I like families, I like to take long walks.
I like the rain and the sun. Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you too.
All right.
Hi there, Robert.
Hello.
So, as this is the first Jared and Rob panel I've ever been to.
Yeah, might be the first one I've ever done. Yeah.
I'd like to ask you about working together. I'm wondering what memories do you have about filming supernatural episodes, such as the monster at the end of this book, that you'd like to share?
I have a lot. I have a lot of memories working with these guys, and specifically Jared. Like, Jared and I got some cool scenes. Like, remember in my first episode, I have a scene with you, and I can't wait to get there in my rewatch because I get kind of fed at what I was talking about. But I talked to you about having the demon blood in you, and Chuck has a scene with Sam where he's like, "How you doing? You okay?" The demon, he's like asking really how he's doing. Is that Sam's the one that you can break down and be human with a little more than Dean, who's like, "Meh, go there, don't go there." So I feel like we got some sort of softer scenes like that. The other thing I always remember with you is in the episode, I don't know, one episode, you come around the corner, I think you're somebody else, and I hit you in the face with a plunger. And we were faking it, and you were going like this, but then one time I actually tagged you, and afterwards I was like, I'm so sorry, and you're like, it's okay, man. That barely registered.
What happened? Did you hit me?
Did you hit me? What are your memories of working with me?
I also have a lot of memories. It's funny, I remember where my trailer was. It's funny because I associate seasons 4 and 5 in my head kind of as one experience. And so I have a lot of vivid memories. I mean, that's when I met Jen, fell in love, we ended up, going steady. Like I said, in 1950. She wore my letter jacket. So I remember where my trailer was the week I was getting ready to go to New York and propose to her. And I remember we were shooting the real Ghostbusters. And we were shooting the scene at the con where you're up there. And so Rob, no big surprise to anybody, has great comic timing. And so he was there, and it's the scene where Dean and Sam walk in, and we're sitting at the back going like... and so, I forget who directed it, but they were kind of letting him vibe a little bit. They was like, hey, just keep talking, like you're nervous, like things are going wrong, like just kind of keep being weird. Then Sam and Dean walk in, and you get a little more strange. And I remember kind of being, I think we were doing a sequence where it was over the crowd to Rob, to Chuck, and Jensen and I were not on camera, but we were there on the set, but not on the camera. And we're kind of watching being like, fuck, he's really good, man. Like, this is really cool. Like, it made everything work. Rob has a crazy sense of story from, like, God's perspective, so to speak, and what needs to happen to make it all work. And he did that on more than one occasion. And then I also remember, I hate to bring this up, but when we killed him, season 15, and we were up Squamish, was it? Yeah, halfway to Whistler, and it was one of those situations where our trailers were like a drive away from set, and so we all just kind of sat there and chilled out, and shot Padalecki, and...
And we're kind of in a bubble because of COVID. Yeah, and we would hang out. It was just beautiful, so picturesque. And yeah, we do this thing, what do we call it? Padalecki, where he was doing, you were doing the, what is it? The caber, tossing the caber. We found this long piece of wood and he was like tossing the caber, which I think I tried to do and it was like, and then you were like really tossing the caber.
It was a weird, it was a strange, for me and for you as well, I imagine, it was like so fun to be there on set with a couple of other actors and friends that you've known for so many years. And it was bittersweet. We'd all just COVID, what do you call it? Quarantine
together
for 2 weeks, and we would FaceTime the four of us, like Jake and Jensen and me and Rob, and we'd like shoot the shit because we couldn't leave. And so we're like, hey guys, miss you.
Yeah, how's your quarantine?
How's your quarantine? Good. How's yours? Good.
I remember because you guys were going to work before me, so you got out of quarantine before I did.
Yes, that's
so it was
right,
like you were getting out of jail, and I was like, well, hey, say hello to my mom for me.
Jailbreak tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. It was just a funny like, hey, good to see you. Good to see you too. What did you do today? I stayed in my apartment. What did you do today? I stayed in my apartment. It was great. I can't wait to work with him again.
Thank you.
If he will.
We had a lot of good scenes together. We had a lot of good stuff together. You know, the other funny thing is that, and it became old hat by the end, but like, there was many scenes. We're both standing. I'm on an apple box. There's a scene.
Jensen as well.
Really? There's a scene that they sell the pictures at conventions. It's from the convention episode where you're on stage and we're having a conversation, and I'm miles below you. But I remember specifically, I'm on an apple box, so I'm already up, but I'm way down. You know. But yeah, I always think about that. Like, oh, that's.
Jensen and I, we had an agreement that anytime we had a scene together and we were in the same shot, and he had to be on Apple Wax, he got to punch me. Not in the face or anything, that would hurt. But he would punch me in the arms if they brought him like a pancake or a half apple or whatever. And conversely, if I had to take my shoes off, then I got to punch him. But as you know, and maybe some of you don't, it's easier to have somebody bring in an apple box than to have you take your shoes off and re-mic, because the microphone pack is there often. And so finally, it got to a place in like season 2 or 3 where we'd be doing a scene and they'd look at the framing and be like, hey, bring in an apple. I was like, no, fuck that. D, are you sure that you want that? Because the camera's here, and I was like, I don't want him to punch me anymore. He's a strong dude, so I mastered the power squat. So you know, from photo ops, stick that ass out.
I had a lot of stand-ins that on many different shows that if they're standing in for me, they're going like this.
See, I had some that had like stilts in their shoes. Rich DiDonato was my Gilmore Girls stand-in. He was probably 5'10", but he had full platform shoes that he had built to stand in for the 6'2" or not a word of a lot.
The Jared shoes.
The Jared shoes. The good old Jared shoes. Thank you so much. Sorry.
Thank you.
Cheers.
You too.
I was wondering if there's a language you always wanted to learn and be fluent in, besides English, of course.
I'll go a step further. I'll start this mug out because I'm in the process. So mi esposa, mi wifey. How do you say wife in Italian? Why am I like a king? Moglie. Mi moglie. La mia moglie. My wife, her grandparents were born in Italy and went to the States. And so she found out, I think during COVID, that she can get her Italian passport, which means this Polish asshole could get his Italian passport by virtue of marriage. And I've always wanted to know and speak Italian, and so I'm going to full game set match say Italian.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And so, you know what? You get the passport?
I'm not sure.
But you're going to do it.
I'm going to do it.
I would love that. I'd love to learn Italian. It's a beautiful language.
Let's do it.
I took French for like 60 years, but then every time I go to France and try to speak it, they answer me in English. So I think more work to do. A table pour deux, a table pour two. So what else would I like to learn? I would like to learn. I mean, I'm so confused by a lot of languages that like Russian, English, Russian, Mandarin, Japanese. Like how I just don't know if my brain can go there at my age, but I would love to try.
It's not that hard.
Okay, good.
Well, you do it for us.
Oh, okay. All of a sudden, you're fluent. Were you from there?
You know what's hard? What I think about like Russian and Japanese, Mandarin, Cantonese, etc., is that their characters are different. So I love French. I would love to learn French, but I can come to Italy and see a menu and kind of pronounce it. I can go to Spain, kind of pronounce it. You go to France, and it's like, je t'aime, like, je t'aime. I'm like, no, there's an A and an I in there. I'm not really saying it like, I'll take the junior. That's déjeuner. That's not what it says.
But even that, you could sort of, but going to Japan or go to Russia, it's like,
yeah,
I don't know.
hieroglyphics.
Yeah, I don't know what the, you know, so yeah, there's a lot we don't know that I.
Are you French?
Yeah, I'm German.
German too.
We know each other.
German, you know, because it's the same, English is from the sort of same root as German. So there's some German, sometimes I feel like, or like when I go to Amsterdam, Dutch, I feel like, you know, like hotel in Dutch is like a bed and sleeping in. And, you know what I mean? I feel like it's, you have to kind of figure it out, you know what I mean?
What is please, marijuana in?
So how you can't speak in it. But yeah.
Well, German's the same. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, the bra, stopping from flopping.
So sorry, ladies. My apologies.
German is funny language. Jared is not a funny person. I have a lot of German in me.
But we're saying,
That sounds like a joke. I don't know. I'm not gonna do it. I do. 23. You mean German in you?
I do have a little German in me. Yes, I do. Very small. Very small.
I know, I'm sweating.
Say hello, Hans. No, I do have a little German in me, and I got a little French, and I got a little Irish and Scottish. Actually,
Some Australian Shepherd.
yeah. Ruth likes to say that when I did my blood test for DNA, that the second city that my blood comes from is Glasgow. I know. We could be siblings, her and I. No, but in a sexy way.
You know, what's not sexy about that?
Yeah, right.
For Chuck's sake.
Anyway.
On that note, we are getting. They're telling us they're literally saying beating us from Real Ghostbusters. Going on.
You were late, stay longer!
What?
You were late, stay longer!
Do the polka?
You were late
We were
anyway!
late.
Oh yeah, so we'll do one more.
All right, one more.
Yes, one more. Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
I'd like to know which scene in this TV show was the hardest to shoot, not from an emotional perspective, but from professional. Get into a character and stuff.
You know what? I'm thinking about what came to the top of my head was the scene where we take out Chuck was really difficult. For whatever reason, it was September in Canada, well, September all over the world, I believe. But it was a hot day, and they had, you know, Chuck is beating the shit out of us. And so Rob's there, he's doing his stunts. He is a stuntman, but he's doing a lot of it himself. And then, you know, there's a scene where he's beating up Dean, and so I'm off camera watching, and there's a scene he's beating up me. And they had, so a lot of times when you see, I think probably every time, when you see a character kind of like get knocked through the air and fall like on the sand, what they actually do is they build like a 10 foot by 10 foot deep hole in the sand and put a stunt pad there and then cover it up with sand. And so when you hit it, it's not just like thud, but you still hit the gravel.
A cushion.
Yeah, it's cushion. The surface is still gravel, you know, it's still like rocky sand essentially. And so doing that over and over again, and then every now and again you're trying to throw yourself and land, but you don't land. You can't really tell where the pad is because obviously the camera sees the ground, so if you could see it was obviously fake. then it would look crappy. And so you're just like, okay, I think the pad is here. All right, fake hit me. And he fake hits me, and you jump, and then you land like half on the actual rocky gravel and half on the sand rocky gravel. And so your shoulder hurts from hitting the ground, and your skin hurts. Like I was cut up and down my back and stuff like that. It was fun.
Yeah, seriously though, like you get in there and like we didn't have a lot of fighting scenes, me and these guys, but in that scene that was all about it, and like they had the harder job because they were getting beaten up. It's impressive because but like these guys do their own stunts and they do it well. Like 15 years of taking hits, like they do it really, really well. That was pretty grueling. And then for me, it would be later in that same scene when you all drove off and like the dirt sort of sputtered in my face, and I'm literally, it's not in the script, but I kind of break down into tears. Just because of the whole moment of just like, take me with you, I'm sorry, just like that, and like this is almost
really powerful to watch that.
It's almost over for me, it's like, because everything was in that.
And then we just kind of go like, no, you're done, and walk away. That was actually really powerful. There was so much to it beyond his phenomenal performance. It was like, okay, we're gonna wrap, and then we're gonna, shoot the finale or whatever. And so it's a really powerful moment. But again, kind of what he touched on is it's 8 hours of doing like semi-grueling physical activity to go like, okay, here's the time, Rob, where you finally realize that you're done, you're powerless, and the Winchester's leaving you for dead. Like, how do you do that after sweating in the sun for 8 hours, doing fight sequences and getting thrown and throwing? So hopefully it came out well and y'all enjoyed it. We certainly enjoyed making of it, even though it was difficult. Thank y'all so much.
Thank y'all.